episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill and Katie shared their good news with Liam, while Will and Electra reflected on their new life together, and Luna's desperation levels increased. Bill and Katie met at the Spencer offices, and he beamed with happiness about their reconciliation. He admitted that it was well worth the wait. She hoped Will could join them at the Spencer estate. And although Bill felt the same, Will was ready to be on his own. Will has a steady girlfriend and a thriving career, so being at the beach house was the next logical step in his life. Plus, Bill and Katie were long overdue for alone time. After spending several years apart, they briefly gave in to the unbridled passion. But they were quickly interrupted by Liam, who was horrified by what he walked in on. He offered to give them some privacy and asked if they were back together. Bill exclaimed, "Hell yeah!" which prompted a smile from Liam. Liam labeled the news as fantastic and expressed excitement that not only were they back together, but they had also moved in together. He was surprised at how quickly it progressed, but he was thrilled. Liam explained to Katie how much Bill needed her in his life, and Katie felt the same way. He wondered if Will knew the good news. And not only was he ecstatic, but they also told Liam that they had given him the beach house. Liam wondered if the beach house was a good move, given that it was the scene of Luna's heinous criminal activities. Katie introduced Liam to Rachel of Big Brother fame, who rid the beach house of all of Luna's toxic energy. Katie also revealed that Bill had a professional crime scene cleaning crew scrubbed the home from top to bottom, that they urged Liam to visit Will at the beach house, although they worried it would be triggering for him because he was shot there. However, Liam was all for it, and he praised Bill for being a great dad. After Liam left, Katie noticed a photo of her and Bill that reminded her of their previous life together, which gave her hope for the future. She encouraged him to continue proving himself, as his hard work in changing as a person had been successful so far. Although he couldn't reach perfection, she gave his life meaning and purpose, and she guided him throughout the darkest of times. Katie picked up the photo of her, Bill, and Will when he was a child, and she reflected on how far they'd come. The way Will had handled the Luna debacle was admirable, but she wished for Luna to disappear from their lives together. At the beach house, Electra expressed how she could get used to living life right on the ocean. They looked forward to making new memories at the house to erase the path of destruction caused by Luna. She nearly lost her life during her crime spree and almost took Sheila and Liam with her. Electra couldn't believe the amount of bloodshed that took place in her boyfriend's new home. However, he promised they'd create new moments that would make that a distant memory. Electra joked about forming a salt circle at the entrance to cleanse the spot from evil. He didn't think enough salt existed to ward off Luna's energy. Still, despite the shootings, Electra felt only good vibes at the beach house. Will knew that Luna wasn't permanently in their past because of the pregnancy, so they couldn't forget about her forever. He started ranting about Luna, and Electra apologized for bringing her up. But Will confessed she was already on his mind. Someone showed up at the beach house and took a shower on the patio, forcing Will to kick him off the property. He refused to let anyone else do that now that he was the owner of the property. Electra was amazed by the upscale quality of the property, but all Will could think about was having somewhere to spend more time alone with the woman he loved. Besides the Luna drama, he had everything to look forward to in life. Things were looking up, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't stop thinking about Luna's chokehold on his life. It was difficult to forget that his new home served as the host to the shootings of his brother, former sister-in-law, and Sheila. The location was somewhat tainted because of the crime spree. However, Electra wanted Will not to let Luna siphon the joy out of the monumental occasion. She urged him to enjoy it, and after reminding him that they had the place to themselves, she planted a passionate kiss. Electra didn't want him to let the weight of Luna bog him down. She vowed not to leave Will's side, and he thanked her for her patience and understanding. If she walked away from Will, she'd be forced to live without him, and she wasn't willing to do that. She urged him to let go and have fun, and he appreciated the spark inside of her. Will stated that his feelings for her would never die, and that he'd love her for the rest of his life. Luna cried to a photo of Will on her prison cell wall, unable to handle him moving on with Electra. She wanted to be with her child's father. Luna slumped against her cell wall, distraught that Will was moving forward with Electra. She didn't think it should be that way and lost her composure. Luna paced, questioning why Will and Electra were so happy at the beach house, afraid he would forget her. Luna took the photo off the wall and declared that a new life awaited her outside prison. She resented that Poppy, Finn, Lee, and Sheila had turned their backs on her, thinking Will was the only one who cared. When a laundry cart rolled by her cell a second time, an escape plan formed. She told herself she was desperate to avoid losing Will to Electra for good. Catch all new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful weekdays on CBS and Paramount+.